Welcome back to Madison's Books. I'm Madison, and this is my summer reading vlog. I'm filming my intro and outro after I finish my summer reading, so I'm just going to go back to the start. My two summer reading books are 1984 by George Orwell and Autobiography of a Face by Lucy Grealy. I started my summer reading halfway through July, but then I didn't really get into it. I started reading 1984. It wasn't interesting to me, at least, and I just didn't want to read it. Once August came around and school was starting in a couple of weeks, I decided that I have to finish these books. So I started my summer reading vlog on the 6th of August, even though I fully started reading my summer reading books on the 3rd of August. So back in July when I started reading 1984, I actually got through about a third of the book, but then I couldn't pick it back up because it just wasn't interesting. And so then when August came around, I tried to read 1984, but I couldn't, and so then I started reading Autobiography of a Face on August 6th, and then I finished it a couple days later, and then after that I started reading 1984, and I finished that a couple days after I started reading it. So for my trip that I went on, I was gone from August 6th through the 7th, and so I mainly started vlogging on the 8th, and so that is when the vlog will start. But I do have some very pretty videos from my car ride, and so you will see those, and then we're going to jump right into the reading vlog. So I'm back home now, and I am now getting ready to go read some of my summer reading. Just a little update on where I am now in my summer reading. I am just at the halfway point in Autobiography of a Face by Lucy Grealy. This story is so good. Lucy writes about her experience of chemotherapy and cancer and living with face deformities, and right now, the point I'm in the book, she's getting a lot of chemotherapy done. She describes how painful it is and how she wanted to make herself sick so that she could get out of the chemo appointments. You are basically stepping into her shoes and finding out what it's like to live like her. And it's a very interesting story, but it is very sad. She has home problems and Her family doesn't have that much money. It's a good story, but it is sad. I hope I'll finish it by either today or tomorrow. For these past few hours, I have been just doing a bunch of random stuff. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I haven't really read that much, even though I really want to read. I did do something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I have this bullet journal that I got in 2018, and I tried to do bullet journaling starting in 2018, but it didn't really work out. So then I tried again at the beginning of 2019, and I started doing it, but then it kind of stopped. I stopped journaling around March, and then now I'm picking it up again, and I was just, even though today it's the 8th of August, I'm still going to start my bullet journal from the 8th, so I can kind of start today and move forward. And so there's this one page that I'm really excited about where there's 2 pages that are dedicated entirely to books and my YouTube videos and my Instagram posts. So this is my bullet journal. I'm sure you've seen it already from my Instagram post. So I haven't filled out any of this yet. I just started it today, but it looks so cool, and I know you probably can't see it, but it just looks so cool. So this is the spread that I did today. I have my books read, and my goal for this month is to read 7 books. Unfortunately, I haven't finished a single book yet this month, so I haven't filled in any of those. But for every book that I do finish, I'll color in each one of these with the cobalt blue color. I'll also put down each book that I read in the month right here and put the date that I read the book, the title, the author, the pages, and the rating I gave the book. And then moving down here, I have my YouTube video spread, or it's kind of the section for my YouTube video and Instagram post ideas, just to keep track of how well my YouTube videos do, and also just any random ideas that I come up with that may be useful in the future. And then over here, I have my pages read section, so every day I'll be logging every single page that I read, and by the end of the month, all of this will be filled up with a bunch of different colors for different books. That is all that I've done so far. Hopefully by the end of today, I will have read, or hopefully I really want to finish this book today, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. It's been about 5 hours since I last recorded anything, and I haven't read anything yet. So I'm still at the halfway point, but hopefully right when I put this down, I'll just go straight to reading. It is now the next day. It is August 9th. I did read more yesterday, but I didn't start reading maybe until 10 o'clock. And then I stayed up until like 11:45, just getting as far as I could in this book before midnight. I got pretty far. I still have maybe 30 pages left, but I will definitely finish this today. It's a very good book. I love it. It like opens my mind to a whole new perspective on what Lucy is going through in her life, and it's very interesting. So hopefully I'll be able to finish Autobiography of a Face today, and I haven't read 1984 since the 6th. So it's been about 3 days since I've read that book, and so this would be my 4th day reading Autobiography of a Face, and I really hope I'll finish it. I don't really know what to say. I just finished Autobiography of a Face by Lucy Grealy. I gave it 5 stars. I finished it maybe 10 minutes ago. This book tells Lucy's story of how she learns to accept who she is and to accept her appearance. It's a good lesson for all girls and even boys out there, just to be happy with how you look and to not judge others or judge yourself. And it's a very inspiring read. It is a sad story. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and now all I have to do is finish 1984. It is now August 13th, and I haven't really been reading that much these past couple days because over the weekend I was visiting my cousins and I had parties with family, so I didn't really have a lot of time to read. I don't know why, but I have a bunch of things going on. Like every single day this week I have to leave around 3 to go to this event at my school. The whole entire week before school starts we have this thing at school and I have to be there for it. But I feel like every time or like even when I have stuff to do, I always find a time to be productive. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been reading 1984. Yesterday, I read about, I don't know how many pages I read. I think I read about 60 pages in 1984 yesterday. I am now on page 201 and I have less than 100 pages left in the book. I hope that I'll finish this either today or tomorrow, but so far 1984 is very good. But the part that I'm at right now, it's very slow because there's, Winston, he's reading the banned book by Goldstein and it's just very dense and it sucks. Just to give you a look at what I've been reading, I've been reading that dense stuff for 40 pages. That has been going on for 40 pages and I'm just about 20 pages through that. I have a lot of reading to do today, but I also got a lot of packages for school books. So I'm very excited to start unboxing those and I think I'll make a video about that. So by the time you see this, I may have already posted a video about me unboxing my school books, but in case you haven't seen it yet, go see the video once it's out because you want to see what books I'll be reading this year for school. And since I'm doing my summer reading, I've basically told myself, okay, school's starting soon. You have to finish your summer reading before you can read any of your fun books. So I haven't been reading any of the Mortal Instruments or Infernal Devices books at all this month. I've just been focusing on summer reading and it's taken me a long time just because the books are so dense. I really want to get back into reading my fun books. Okay, now I am less than 20 pages away from finishing 1984. I am almost done. I'm so close and I have to run out very soon, so I'll probably finish it somewhere on a train ride or something. Well, I'll definitely finish it within the next hour. I won't be able to check in with you about how I feel about this book until I get home, so that may be a little while, but I'm almost done. I'm almost done with summer reading. It's taken such a long time, but I'm almost done. So I finished 1984 earlier today, and all I have to say is that it was an okay book. It wasn't really that entertaining to me. It was just more freaky to read it just because like a lot of the stuff that I was reading about I could see actually happening in the real world, like changing the past, fake news, and all of this other stuff, and countries constantly being at war with each other. It's crazy to think that the author George Orwell thought about this dystopian world in the 1940s. And it's just crazy to look at how much of what he thought of actually came true, which is just scary. I'm actually kind of happy that this book didn't end with a happy ending because it showed the true power of Big Brother and what they can do to people that disagree with their ideas. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars because it was just interesting to read it, but it wasn't entertaining. There wasn't that much action. From here on out, there's spoilers for 1984, so if you haven't read it, you should probably skip to the next part in the video. The first part of the book, it was just describing the main character's working life and what he normally does, and then the second half of the book is just love. It's about him finding love, and at the very end of that part, it's about that person betraying him and him joining the Brotherhood. Yeah, and then the third part is just about him being tortured in jail. And the very last part of the book is just about him doing random stuff and basically being a new person. This was an okay book. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It is now August 14th, the day after I finished 1984, and I've had some time to reflect about how I think about these books, and I'm going to stick with my original ratings. For 1984, I gave that a 3 out of 5 stars, and that is what I'm going to be sticking with. It just wasn't that interesting, and it didn't really grab me. And I think the point of this book was just to show the readers how bad things could get in a totally dystopian world. Yeah, I mean, it was good, but it was just very dense and slow for me. And then for Autobiography of a Face, I gave this 5 out of 5 stars because it tells a true story about Lucy Grealy's life, and it was very interesting. And I would definitely recommend this book for anyone who likes to read true memoirs. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this in the future. See you next time. Bye.